Hey, what is up? What's going on, guys? Joe here, 690 ADV, Radio 690 ADV. Thanks for tuning in to the video podcast, our Thursday podcast. And hopefully the week has gone the way you wanted it to. Mine's, it's been a little roller coaster ride. Business has been crazy. Like I said, I own my own business, so it gets a little nutty here and there. So trying to keep up with everything that's going on, man, it gets a little hectic sometimes. So if you don't own your own business, it's kind of hard to explain. But like I said, I have a day job, so it's kind of one of those things. The podcasting and the YouTubing, it's secondary to me. I really enjoy it, and I thank everybody for stopping in and being part of it. If you haven't, if you're new to seeing and watching this, make sure if you like what you hear, hit subscribe and smash that subscribe button down there if you're watching on YouTube, and give us a thumbs up. It really helps out, and we really do appreciate it. And it does help us out. We don't really make, in all honesty, we really don't make any money on YouTube or even the podcasting and stuff. What little we do make, it's all reinvested right back into the channel, and but every little bit helps. So if you ever want to be a sponsor or help out with the channel and help us grow so that we can do more things and bring more stuff, add more gear, and give away stuff, it really helps out. Like I said, we have a Patreon only giveaway. It's only going to be to Patrons. It's going to be a live giveaway on Patreon. We're actually going to do it to our Patreon sponsors and supporters. So if you'd like to help out, it'd be fantastic. If not, it's not a big deal. Like I said, you don't have to, but if you do, it would be great. We sure could use your support, because the channel is growing and you've got things happening, and it would be fantastic if you were part of it. But anyway, don't forget we have t-shirts too. You can go to 690adv.com right there on the main page. We only make like $1 a t-shirt. And but if you'd like a 690 ADV t-shirt, please go check them out and pick one up. We only have large and XL at the moment, but like I said, I pay for the stuff out of my pocket, so it would be fantastic. But every dollar that we can make on top of paying for the t-shirts really helps out. Helps with SD cards and things like that with the channel. Anyway, on to the podcast. Today's podcast is safety in numbers, and it's not what you think. It's not that you have a bunch of people and you're safe. What I'm saying is being safe in numbers with riders and stuff, especially if you're out riding around and you're on a moto trip, or if you're doing even local rides. It doesn't really particularly matter. Good subscriber and a Patreon supporter, Chip, great guy, very cool, shares lots of cool stuff. He shared a little something with me the other day. It kind of grabbed me a little bit, and it kind of brings reality back down to the world, that things do happen when you're out there, and you really have to be kind of on your game and smart. Sometimes you just get a little complacent, and complacency can cause problems. And I would love to show the pictures and the things like that. I made a promise I will not show those. I'm not going to distribute them. I'm not going to do anything. But they were on a ride the other day, and they were coming up to a trail turn and coming in a little too hot. And a couple of guys, well, guess what? One guy checked up a little too fast. Next guy couldn't check up quick enough. And next thing you know, you have two guys that are in a collision between 40, I think it was 45 miles an hour. The next guy took him in the rear end at 30 miles an hour. I think bike ejections happened. Yeah, not good, man. Just not good. I know that there were ambulances and emergency and stuff like that had happened. And, it's one of those things. Complacency can be a real bad thing, because you get to the point when you're riding and you just think nothing can happen. I'm king of the road. I'm the best. You see it all the time on Facebook. Everybody's an expert. Everybody's the best. Everybody's got the perfect answer. Everybody's ready to to be there and bash your video or your picture or your post. There's just so many people that they got it all figured out. They're the best. But not saying that is the scenario on this, but if you were to post something like that of this scenario, there would be people like on Facebook or something like that what they would do is, oh, he's falling too close, blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? They know that, and they definitely know it now. I'm just glad that, as far as I know, everybody's okay. And Chip and all his friends, I hope everything turned out fantastic. I didn't really get the end result on what happened, but I really hope that everybody's okay. I know he's got a pretty tight-knit riding group, and this was a huge wake-up call for him. And one of those things is if I can get anything out on this, maybe if I only get 3 to 3 people, I don't care. At the end of the day, I just want people to be safe. I say it all the time on comments. I say it all the times on emails and all that stuff. I don't write that saying, hey, be safe out there. Be safe out there for me means, pay attention, be safe, and don't get hurt. Go do what you love, which is riding motorcycles. Have a great time and enjoy yourself. And I hate to hear people getting hurt and stuff like that. It's never something that you like to hear, but it kind of hits a little close to my heart when I see things like that from somebody that's been following me for a long time and gives nothing but positive information and pictures and things like that. And he sends epic photos that are all private. He doesn't share them with a bunch of people, and I get to see him, and he does some fantastic rides, and he's got all these really cool guys that he rides with. And hopefully one day I'm going to get to catch up with him, and we're going to get to go, smash some bugs and get out and do some dirt and stuff like that. But when I heard that he had people get hurt on his ride, it really kind of set in a little bit. And I feel that it's totally worthy of a podcast to bring out that information, to other riders, especially new riders and stuff like that. And I don't even care if you've been riding for, 5 years or 10 years or 40 years. To me, I don't really care. I don't care how long somebody's been riding. Things like this are a wake-up call, that we really need to pay attention, and we need to quit thinking that we're better than what we are. And we need to really be vigilant, even when we're with our own tight-knit group that we're riding with, that we, just need to be a little bit better and a little bit more observant of what we're doing and stuff like that, and really think about the other riders that are in our group. If you're not on comms and things like that, I don't know if they were on comms, but it's just, I don't know, man. It just, I don't like hearing about that stuff, but distance is one of those things. There is kind of it's all unwritten. It's an unwritten rule. I don't know what your rule is. Write it down in the description, or whatever, or not in the description, but in the comments. What your rule is. We have kind of a rule when we're off road. It's about 25 to 50 yards off road per rider. If it's getting towards sunset and dusky and it's really kind of super dry and we got tons and tons of dust in the air, then we try to basically spread that out to about 3/4 or a football field, because you never know what's going to happen. You never know if a guy's got to check up, if there's a washout. You just don't know what's going to happen. On the street, kind of the same thing. You don't want to follow too close. You don't want to be, because you just never know when an emergency situation is going to happen, or somebody's going to have to check up, or somebody's going to do whatever. You think you're backed up enough, even at, say, 50 feet. At 50 miles an hour, 50 feet is just like that. It's on you instantaneously. The reaction time is your brain has a hard time processing that stuff. So, being on the street, this did happen on the street, and lots of skid marks. And like I said, one bike got pretty jacked up pretty good. And just the moral of the story is, with him sharing that to me, it just kind of brought that, let's be, paying attention on how close we're riding to other riders, because most of us don't ride a lot by ourselves and we're riding with a group, and it just makes sense to just know what your distance is. We do a stagger step a lot of the time, whereas one guy is here, the other guy is here. So we're never in line. We're not together riding. We stagger step, just, whatever. And we also try to make sure if we're in twisties or something like that, I'm not saying we're better. We're not. We do dumb stuff too all the time. We just got lucky. That's it. That's all it is. It's sheer luck that something didn't happen, but every once in a while these type of things happen. So the moral to the podcast is distance, pay attention, know that you're too close, understand that emergencies can happen and you have to check up and you don't think too much about it. Basically what happened is they came up real quick on a trail turn, and everybody tried to check up real fast, and it ended up in a bad day. So I just want everybody to be safe out there, ride, have a good time, but what do you guys do as far as safety and stuff like that? Do you have a distance that you like to be, that you're comfortable with, on road and off road, share it with everyone else, because I think this is a great topic. And I think that needs to be brought out there, because a lot of guys, they don't say that they're racing, but everybody's racing. Everybody likes to think that they're, in a MotoGP. It doesn't matter if you're on a dual sport, a Harley or whatever. Going fast on a bike is fun. I get it. I totally get it. And I'm bad. I'm guilty. Charged. You know what I'm saying? So, but guys got hurt on this. It came to light. And what do you do? Do you? Are you guilty? Do you follow too close a lot of the times? Put it down in the comments. Help other riders out. I think it's great. I think it's fantastic to put that out there, to put out what we can to be as safe as possible while we're out on the road, because, everything's growing and people are crazy out there, not just with bikes, but with cars too. So what do you do? So put it out there. Anyway, like I said, I had an incident on one of our trips, probably about 5-6 years ago. And it was not really anything danger or anything like that, but it could have been. It was an eye opener. We were at a construction slowdown, and one of our riders, basically it looked like we had an opening to get around. We went around. One of my buddies had to check up instantly because the construction worker stopped him instantly, and the buddy in between me and my other buddy, he just gunned it, and well, the rest is history. He jammed the whole front of his bike up. So, we got to put back together-ish, but those things happen. So just be aware and pay attention and never take anything for granted, because anything can happen. So I'm Joe, Radio 690 ADV, 690adv.com. Don't forget, you can hit me up at 690adv@gmail.com anytime, anywhere, any place, and I'll help you out as much as I can. But yeah, the moral to the podcast is safety in numbers, and be as safe as you can with all the riders that you ride with. Make sure that you're not following too close. Make sure that you're paying attention. Be aware of your surroundings and what's going on, and do your best to make sure that if you are too close, don't be directly behind that guy. Okay. Anyway, I'm like I said, Joe, 690 ADV. You guys have a fantastic day. I'll see you tomorrow on our rant and ride, and we appreciate you. 690 out.